Hi, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday. Today is April 28th, 2020. Can you believe that it's almost May? So really quick, before I go over today's assignments, I wanted to show you something super cool. So we have our discussion today. If you notice, I'm not doing Monday questions or concerns. I'm doing like little questions that you can answer. So yesterday was Moody Monday, right? And I asked you to tell me what you do to put yourself in a good mood when you have a case of the Mondays. So today it's called Picture Perfect Tuesday. And the question is, where do you picture yourself 20 years from now? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the discussion. Now you don't have to do this. If you don't want anyone to see your face or listen to your voice, then you can just type your answers like you normally do. But I just thought I would show you this super cool trick. If you start a new thread, I'm going to put Miss Hollum there, and you click on that first little picture where it says insert stuff, you can actually leave a video message instead of typing your message. So it gives you plenty of time, and it even lets you preview it when you're done. So do you see how I'm there? So when I'm ready to start recording, I'm going to hit new recording, and I'm going to say my answer to that question. So watch me. It's going to be really cool. It's like a video inside of a video. Are you ready? So here's where I'm going to put my answer. I'm going to say, in 20 years, hopefully, I'm going to be very close to retiring as a teacher. And I might even be teaching some of your kids if you're still in this area, right? I might still be teaching at Jackson, hopefully. And maybe one day you guys can even come and visit me as adults and say, hey, I was in your third grade class the year that we were quarantined. Miss Hollum, do you remember me? And I'm going to be a little old lady close to retiring. I'm going to say, oh, yes, I remember that. And that's where I see myself in 20 years. And hopefully close to retiring and maybe moving to the beach. And then I'm going to hit stop recording when I'm done with my message. So here's where I'm going to put my answer. I'm going to say, so I get to see myself. Hopefully, and then I'm going to click next if I'm happy with the video. Okay, I'll put Miss Hollum here. Miss Hollum's answer. And then I'm going to click next. And then it'll let you preview it, but sometimes it takes too long. So if you go ahead and click insert, you'll see your video pop up there. And it's going to take just a little bit, but that's fine. It'll come up, and then I'm going to just hit post. So soon my video, there it is going to pop up there, and we can listen to each other's answers and see each other's faces. How cool is that? Okay, so now that I showed you the cool trick, let's go back to Tuesday and let me go over our assignments very quickly. For reading, you're doing some more practice. You're going to be doing a read aloud for your step 1. It's Quiet Please, Owen McPhee. And I think we read this story a long time ago, so you're going to listen to it again so it's fresh in your mind. Step 2 is the most important part because it's the lesson. It shows you what we're doing today. And what we're learning how to do is how to compare and contrast stories written by the same author. So the lesson is going to be comparing Quiet Please, Owen McPhee with yesterday's read aloud, The Invisible Boy. All right? When you're done watching that lesson, it shows you how to do it. Step 3, you're going to do your own practice. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to that My On Reading link that Ms. Hollum gave you a couple weeks ago. If you just follow the directions, they're super simple. You're going to click this link here. You're going to go to this little box and you're going to enter all this information here. Make sure that you're spelling it correctly. If it's not spelled correctly, you're going to get an error. It's not going to let you log in. Get Georgia Reading is the school name. Don't put Jackson Elementary. If you start typing that, you're going to see like a little drop down with that name. Just click on it. For username, it's Gwinnett County, no space. And for password, it's Read. Then you're going to hit sign in. You're going to see this little search box where you're going to get to search for book titles. The first book you're going to listen to is John Henry. So listen to the entire thing. Then title 2, you're going to listen to The Tall Tale of Paul Bunyan. Okay, again, listen to the entire thing. Pay attention to those things like theme and setting and plot. All right, then you're going to go to the last step, which is posting your discussion. And your discussion is going to be about how you compare John Henry to The Tall Tale of Paul Bunyan. And there's 2 questions for you to answer. How are the settings similar and different? How are the themes similar and different? Remember that the theme is like the central message or the lesson of the story. So it might be a good idea to be jotting those things down as you're listening to those stories. All right, that is for reading today. Then you're going to go on to writing. Do you remember what you're doing for writing this week? Remember, for writing, you're doing your choice board again. The only difference is you're picking different choices. You're picking a different book. And up here for the reminder for today, I said be sure to include the title of the book in your response. Some of you forgot to put the title. I won't know what book you're talking about. And also, very big letters, you should have at least 5 sentences. So if some of you finished your first choice yesterday, today you're working on your second choice and you're all done. Remember that these have to be done by Friday. Moving on to math, which is your last thing you're doing, you're going to watch a lesson on how to analyze and interpret line plots. Please make sure you watch the entire lesson because at the very end of the lesson, I'm going to go over today's practice. Today's practice is going to be a discussion. The question is, how many butterflies have wingspans of 3 1/4 inches at most? So they show you a line plot. Ms. Hallam explains in the lesson what this question means. You have to decide who solved it correctly. Not only deciding who solved it correctly, you also have to explain, well, what was the other student's error? So making sure you say who solved it correctly, what the other student's error was, and the last step is to create 3 of your own questions about this line plot for other students to answer. If you look up here, I said don't answer the questions. Other students will reply to your post and try to answer your questions. So once you're done with your math discussion for today, you can go to other students and see if they have questions that you can try to answer. And then you're done. All right, that was a lot of information. Longer video than it normally is, but I showed you something new. Don't forget to try it out if you want to. I can't wait to see your video notes if you do try and see where you see yourself in 20 years. Reading, writing, math, working hard. I'm here if you need me, if you have any questions, if you're confused, and continue to make me proud. Love you. Have a great day.